Good evening, everybody. It is that time. It is 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Thursday night, and it's time for Treasure Tales, where we at Treasure Tales strive to bring you, the worldwide audience, the best of the best on for treasure hunters of all varieties, whether it be metal detecting, coin roll hunting, magnet fishing, bottle digging, whatever kind of treasure you hunt. We want you to be on Treasure Tales to share your story and something about you and your YouTube channel, if you have one, with the world. And to help me do that every week is my sister from another mister, the Diggin' Canuck. Here we go. Here
Good.
we are.
Hello, Jeff. Good evening, Jeff, and good evening to everyone that's watching right now. Great to be here tonight.
Yes, it is. It's going to be a good night. And what I'm going to start doing is before, probably on Tuesdays, I'm going to do a YouTube short letting everybody know who's going to be on the show on Treasure Tales on coming Thursday night, so give them a little chance to plan.
Hmm.
And so it should be a little better for some people. I've heard from a lot of people say, well, we don't know who's coming on, yada, yada. So
Hmm.
maybe they can plan a little bit and do whatever.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So, well, why don't we go ahead and say hello to everybody that is joined thus far.
All right.
And I think it's a smattering, but they're joining more as we speak.
Yes.
So number one in the chat was my brother from another mother, Mr. Mumbles Man, Tim Naylor. Glad that you're with me tonight, Tim. Then we've got Dirty Paws Detecting. Mike and Trish, good folks, and you saw them not long ago on Treasure Tales.
Yes, they were great guests.
And they knocked it out of the park, didn't they?
Yes, absolutely.
And let's see who else is in here. Uncle Beep. Uncle Beep, we're glad that you joined us tonight.
Yes.
Let's see. Oh, let's see who else is here. Uncle Beep said talking a lot. Andrew T. Andrew T, you were late tonight, buddy. Usually you're in the chat about 10 till, but you were late. Don't let it happen again, okay?
Ooh, you've been told.
That's it. That's it. Maria Reese, another just outstanding detectorist from Palatka, Florida. I wish Maria wasn't so shy. She's got nothing to be shy about. She's a beautiful woman. She needs to come on Treasure Tales and introduce herself to the world. People can learn a lot from you, Maria. So
Maybe one day. There's always hope.
Yep. Mark Fiorella, he is in the house.
Mm-hmm.
Robert Ridgway, hot Pinellas Park, Florida. Yes, it is. We're getting thunderstorms up here big time.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see if I missed. Mine just jumped. Marty's digging. What's it say?
Marty Verstall's digging with Marty.
Yeah. Mine's jumping around. Let's see who else is here. Well,
one of our guests just popped in.
Oh, that's John David. Yep. We've got both our guests are here in the wings in the green room waiting to come on. That's good. Blazing the Dirt, John David is my other brother from another mother, and he is the inspiration for the Blue Spade Society. And let's see who else. Ohio River History. Yes, indeedy. Let's see. Another Facebook user. It says, hi, Jeff and Liz. I don't know who it is.
Hello, Facebook user.
That's right. Big Lee Tibbs in the house. Hey, Lee, how are you? Swamp Rat Nation. Donnie, how are you, my friend? It's good to see you. Tom Becker, I hope your head is okay. The other night, Monday evening, he texts me before Treasure Talk, and he says, hey, I got to tell you, I'm sorry, but I'm not going to be able to watch the show tonight. I fell and split my head open. So he had to go and get some stitches, and he texted me a picture of it. He cracked his noggin pretty good. Pretty
Wow.
good. So
Wow.
he's got to get his hiney healed up because he's going to go to Digstock in March, and maybe I'll see him
Ah,
there. I
right
hope I
on.
do.
Good stuff.
Yeah. Uh-oh, we got a troll. You know who I'm talking about too, don't you?
No.
Mark Thomas, the troll.
Oh. And that is said with the utmost affection and respect, Mark.
That's right. You are our own personal troll. Thank you very much. Eric Schaefer, how are you? Glad that you came on tonight with us. Oh, there's another Facebook user. Don't know who it is. Gene P. Hello, Gene P. Glad you're with us tonight, girl.
Mm-hmm.
Also, Mandy Brown in the house.
I missed seeing Mandy.
Tom Becker says, I only see one on at this time. Yeah. I think he's scrambled. Jumped again. From the Fat Fool is on. Now, Fat Fool, you need to get up with me. We need to get you on here.
I
Have
am
you ever
like
met
missing
him?
these names today.
I don't know. The Fat Fool, he is a great fella, and he needs to get up with me. Send me an email. Let me pop this up real quick here. Um, let's see. That will give you an email address. We would love to have y'all on Treasure Tales because, as y'all know, Treasure Tales is not about what you find, it's about you, the treasure hunter.
Yes.
And there's a lot of different kinds of treasure hunting in there.
Mm-hmm. Yes, definitely.
And we just want you to come on and introduce yourself to the world. And we will talk about your journey with treasure hunting,
Mm-hmm. Yes.
your YouTube channel, and just have a really good time.
Mm-hmm.
So Tom Becker said he's doing good. 5 staples, and they come out in a couple of days. That's even good. Grandma Kelly's Clean Life, Clean Living. She is in the house. I missed a whole.
Madison, Maine is in the house as well.
Yeah, yeah,
Swamp Rat Nation. I don't know if you said
yep,
that.
yep. That's Donnie.
Oh, okay.
Uh, and let's see. Call them out, kiddo. Let's see. Yeah, you said Madison, Maine,
I did.
and
Did you say Lee Thibodeau?
Big Lee Tibbs. I didn't say Lee Thibodeau. I said Big Lee Tibbs. So
Uh,
I don't know if that's one and the same or not. But nope, it's not. It's a different one. Lee Thibodeau, glad you're with us tonight. Okay. Mark the Troll. He changed to put down Mark the Troll. I like that in a person. He's almost like one having your own dwarf, isn't he? Which one would you think he is?
oh, this might be a sensitive topic. I don't want to get in trouble.
We love you,
I don't want
Mark.
to get in trouble.
Scratching matches. Did Liz go by a different name? I don't think so. Have you been using an alias?
Me?
Yeah.
No. Nonsense.
Let's see. That was the one we can't see on Facebook. It's probably Ricky Tomlinson.
Ah.
Let's see. Let's see. We're getting there. It keeps jumping. I tell you what. We're almost there. Okay, we're almost there. We got some good, new, exciting news coming from your way, don't we?
Coffee with Liz is going to be no more on Sundays. I am moving my live stream to Friday evenings at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and it's going to be called Nearly Late Night. Same kind of say the same show, because it's late at night, I will be testing some craft beers, a new beer on every show, and got some other things lined up. So it should be good.
Yeah, you can always tell that you're talking to an older person because they say 8 o'clock. It's getting late. Gotta
that's,
go.
that's why it's called nearly late
Right.
night.
Okay.
Nearly.
Jimmy Crossbones is in the house, and
Right on.
the outstanding, wonderful Pink Power Alley treasure hunter.
Right
is
on,
doing it.
Allison.
Yes,
Right on.
indeed.
Good stuff.
And we've got a really, really good show coming up in late December on Treasure Talk. Y'all are going to love it.
Yes.
You're going to love it. It's going to be good, ain't it?
It's going to be a good show. Yes.
Yes, indeed, it is. Okay, so what else has been going on?
Not too much here. I mean, it's still summer until September 21st officially, but the weather is cooling off here. Night times are getting cold, cooler. So yeah, we'll see. It's great for metal detecting, so that's a good thing.
Yeah, I wish our nights were getting cold. It's still about 74, 75 at night here for me.
Wow.
But it hasn't been too scaldy bad during the day, about 90, 92.
Wow.
So,
I'll take that. I'll take
it's
that.
evening out, let's put it. It's like Donnie Ennis, SWAT Rap Nation. He said he wishes it was a little cooler because a lot of times down here in the summertime, if you're not a beach hunter in the water,
Yeah.
you just can't take it,
Yeah.
You cannot take it. Well, I think it's time we started. Never mind. Somebody said something, and Tim Naylor says your 2 weeks of summer is up, Liz.
Pretty much.
It's over.
It's going to be six months of winter.
Stick a fork in your summertime.
That's it. Yeah.
It's done.
Thank you, Mr. Naylor.
He's always the harbinger of good news.
Yes.
Especially if he's had a couple Modelo's and then.
Yes.
Yes, indeed. Well, I think we ought to bring on our first guest. What do you think? Oh, Shannon Dalton's in the house. Good to see you.
Hello, Shannon.
Okay. They're talking about the leaves now. Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
All right. So our first guest tonight is from Ohio River History. Fantastic channel. Awesome treasure hunter. So I don't know anybody around the world that may not know him, but if they're not, they're going to know him tonight. Right?
Yes.
So let's bring on Ohio River History, shall we? And let's do a little sing-a-zing. There you go. Howdy.
Hello, Shane. Oh, his mic is muted.
Your mic is muted.
And he's fixing it. Hey.
So
okay. Yeah, there we go.
I'm going to apologize in advance. I've been having some pollen issues in my throat. I had to cancel my live stream for tonight because I don't think I could talk for an hour, but made a commitment. I'm going to try to get it done with you guys.
Well, we won't keep you for an hour. Just, if you got a flask there and you need a little grease, there you go. That always works. So
good stuff.
Why don't you introduce yourself to everybody and tell us a little bit about you and what you do?
Well, my name is Shane. I live on the Ohio River. I live in the state of Kentucky. I've been on YouTube for probably a little over 3 years now. I started out very modest, just posting videos for my mother so that she could get a chance to see my treasure hunting because she's elderly and she can't leave the house. I noticed that other people started watching. And then I started getting comments from people like Clark's Cove, Mark the Berg Hunter. They were finding my videos. And then and next thing you know, I'm doing one thing into another. I met Marlon a little while back. I started live streaming. Now as much as treasure hunting goes, I like doing fundraisers for St. Jude's. I'm involved in one of those right now. I like meeting new people and traveling around, and I'm having a blast with YouTube and everybody that I've come across.
Meet a lot of good folks out there treasure hunting, don't you?
Yes, sir. There's a lot of good folks.
You know, and that's kind of what we always say, especially on Treasure Tales, is, you know, it's not about what you find. It's about your journey as a treasure hunter. And when you go to these big hunts, I feel, you know, it's not about what you find in the ground. It's about all the friendships that you make that are going to last you forever, you know, for the rest of your life. And that's really what it's all about, is the, you know, the fellowship at the hunts.
Yeah, what was it? A year ago, you know, before at the end of the year, we would set goals for our next year. Before, my goals were how much money clad I was going to find, what I was going to find. My goal this year was to dig with as many new people as possible and get out there and just do different things and experience different folks. And I've had a wonderful year. I wouldn't trade this year for anything.
Yeah, it's quite evident, Shane, from your live streams that the community is a big part of what it is that you do. Tell us, for those people that maybe haven't watched one of your live streams, just let us know what, you know, tell them when it is and kind of what you do, kind of thing.
Sure. Normally on Thursday night at 9 p.m. It's going to be right after your Treasure Tales here. I started out at first, I was using the interview process and meeting a lot of people through interviewing. And I met, you know, a lot of great people, and that was a lot of fun. It did get to be a little bit tedious, as Jeff and you might know, when people cancel on you at the last minute, because that does happen from time to time. And then so you have to learn to manage yourself. And then, you know, you just start running into what it turned into is now it's information. I still do a few interviews every now and again, not as many, a little bit more selective, and trying to help others and trying to give back, you know, whatever I get from the community, try to find a way to share it with somebody else, promotion of other channels, let people share who they are as well. I think we all got a very similar mindset. You know, it isn't about us, it's about who we meet. And I'm using my live stream to do that.
Good stuff. Now, we have to ask you, because we want to know, but how you got involved in treasure hunting, not necessarily metal detecting, but the treasure hunting.
Well, the cool thing is that Chris Altman put me in the book this year, so I'll be in the book when the book comes out. I'm really excited about that. But as the story goes, I'll give you a little tidbit of it. I was 8 years old, and I was at a local ballpark. My stepfather and stepbrother were big into baseball, and my mom, you know, wanted me to be with them instead of at the house. So I was given like $1 a day when we went to the park. And back then, that would buy you a couple sodas and a candy bar and a hot dog or something. Well, I wanted more, and they would never give me any more money. And then one day I noticed some guy all by himself at the park swinging this metal contraption, you know, and I watched, and, you know, and I went over and instinctively went over. You know, when when it's 1981 and you're walking up to a stranger, you know, that you're told you're not supposed to do, but I was drawn to him. I asked him what he was doing. He told me what he was doing. I asked him what he was looking for, and he said coins. And then I started getting this idea. Well, I go to all these different parks every week. Maybe I can get mom to get me a detector. And that's how that story goes. They went to Service Merchandise, bought me a little detector, and I crawled around. I turned the sensitivity dial all the way down. I crawled around under bleachers, and I had all the concession money in the world.
Right on.
There's all kinds of stuff working under the bleachers.
You had to turn it all the way down or it would go nuts, but it was fun.
There's some nasty stuff under there. I know when I was a kid, that's, you know, long ago. You'd be under the bleachers trying to scavenge for coins, and there'd be cigarette butts falling on you and all, you know.
Oh yeah, it got bad.
Yeah, I don't think there's that much of it anymore, because more and more people are stopping smoking. But I mean, these were, you know, they get done right there. There you go. You know, bing. You know, a lucky strike goes binging off of your head. You know.
Yeah. So, what detector are you using like today?
This year, I am using the Legend.
How do you like that?
Actually, I pretty much love it. I love the fact that I can make it sound the way I want. I had the Impact and the Simplex before that, and I'm a really big Nocta Macro fan. It's been a good detector. I found more coins this year than I have any other year,
Mhm.
but I'm also digging more public sites this year than ever before as well.
Mhm.
So my clad total for the year is growing. I mean, I've got buckets of it this year, so it's really cool.
Right on. Good stuff. Good stuff.
Now, a lot of people are saying that about the legend, and one of the things they like about it is the customization aspect. But it's built very, very well.
Yeah, it's sturdy and the head doesn't wobble at all. The shaft is tight. I've thrown it in the water. Some people that have the Equinox that I dig with see me bury it in the water and they're like, man, I can't bring myself to do that but Nocta Macro has been a pretty solid company since they came in. And if I tear it up, they'll fix it for me. I'm sure of it.
Yeah. Well, the thing of it is with the Equinox, I had 4 of them flood on me. Um, and there's just been a lot of that, and I'm a little worried about that with this new Manticore, because in my opinion, just seeing it, pictures that I have seen, it kind of looks like an Equinox with build quality.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yes.
everything that I've seen, all the specs in that had come out, it says waterproof, but it has nothing about IP68 at all.
Mm-hmm.
So the proof's going to be in the pudding, as with any detector. I hope that I'm wrong. I hope I'm dead wrong.
Mm-hmm.
I hope it's just a crackerjack machine, and the workings of it will probably be very, very good. My lab's very good at that.
I love the Equinox as well. I get to play with it every now and again. I think the thing about that is that they should have learned from their mistake as a company. Also, the price point's a little bit higher on this one, so less people are going to buy it off the get go. I think 1,600 is a little steep.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, it should be a bang up machine. I hope it's a lot like the E-Track. I like the old E-Track. It was a silver sniffing machine.
Oh, bad. It was bad on silver, wasn't it? Woo. The only problem I had with the E-Track, it was heavy.
The weight, yeah.
Okay, man,
Absolutely.
that was a killer machine. And of course, we knew that it wasn't waterproof, so we didn't have to worry about that kind of stuff. But great, great machine.
Mm-hmm. Now, Shane, you obviously metal detect, and I've seen some of your videos from magnet fishing. Are you kind of leaning towards magnet fishing, or?
Well, like I told you, this our community is very broad. We got prospectors, magnet fishers. I like magnet fishing. It's a nice change of pace every so often.
Mm-hmm.
I don't get as excited about it as I do metal detecting, but I hang out with Scuba Sonia, the Michigan Magnet Man. We did that Detroit event, giving magnets to kids this year, and magnet fishing has a really solid place in my heart. It's more like a weekend thing every now and again. It's more like a hobby than metal detecting, because metal detecting I just have to do. Magnet fishing, it's when I feel like magnet fishing today. I'll go do that for a while. It's it's the same thing. It's the thrill of what's going to come out of the water. You never know what you're going to pull up, and it's a lot of fun too. I'm an addict.
Right.
It's very easy to become an addict in treasure hunting. I mean, it really is, because I tell people, sometimes I dream about it. And back in the days when I was using the Excalibur, I could hear, that whoop, 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 whoop when you hit a positive target, and with the Excalibur, I could hear it in my brain, in my dream. So it's an addiction that we just got to feed it.
Mm-hmm. So Shane, are you a permission guy or a park guy or fields?
No, everything. It depends on. Well, even this year, somebody said, you got to do tot lots and stuff too. So I started doing some of that this year. I love permissions, but I'm in an area that's heavily hunted too, so you hardly find permissions that haven't been dug on. Research and farm fields are probably my favorite, because that's the only time you can find places on a map where it's no longer there and maybe nobody's thought to detect there. That's been my most productive sites, but I love all of it. I didn't get a chance to this summer, but next summer I'm going to go and do some.
Oh,
I'm going to do some creek detecting next year.
all right on.
Stuff like that. Did a little bit in the water this year, lake, but I'm going to expand a little bit more because, eventually all these good spots are going to start drying up and you're going to have to think outside the box to find good targets.
Yes.
We got a question for you, Shane, from Tom Becker.
Absolutely.
Off of Facebook. He wants to know, what map app do you use?
Map app. Well, when I'm out in the field, I use Onyx Hunt on my phone, for landowners' names. It's a hunting app for when you're out going pew pew on animals and stuff, okay. And then and I use Historic Aerials if I want a quick reference while I'm out there. I do look at Historic MapWorks and then the Library of Congress maps, Sanborn Insurance maps. There's a lot of them out there that you can find what you're looking for.
And we got another question from the Mumbles Man. Wants to know what your most unusual find is.
Most unusual find. That's a weird question because what I consider unusual and what other people, I found I was making a video when I got the Legend, and it was, I found an EPT pregnancy test. I thought that was pretty weird. It never had come out of the wrapper. It was ringing like, it was an 1112. It's a foil signal in the wrapper. And I dug a pregnancy test and I couldn't figure out what it was until I wrote it around and it said EPT on my camera. I thought that was pretty strange.
Yeah, that would be.
I've never dug one of those, must say.
Yeah. From a Facebook user, I'm not sure who it is. It might be Ricky T. Wants to know how you go about getting permissions.
A lot of different ways. So we have a couple people that we hunt with. We have one of the guys that I dig with. He calls himself the Silver Tongue Devil, and that he can get a permission from anywhere. And he does a lot of the door knocking. I for some reason I don't do very well when I door knock, but I research and I non-offensively communicate with a lot of people, and it's email, Facebook, and stuff like that. And basically make it to where it's not an uncomfortable meeting. And then I will go out and see people to try to find permissions that way. Walking up on people's houses that I don't know and knocking on doors sometimes gets a little uncomfortable. But I tend to do a lot more research and legwork into getting permissions than just going up and asking.
Yeah, well, that's the way we always find it. If you've got a group of 4 or 5 people that you hunt with a lot, everybody has their role to play as far as permissions, research, or whatever, and it usually works out pretty good.
Yeah, and one other thing before it gets away from me tonight that I didn't get a chance to mention, the other really big highlight of the YouTube experience is that it's kind of grown a little bit. We started a hashtag Monday Digs, and we start running videos starting at about 7:00 on Monday, and we premiere back to back 13-minute videos to where small creators get an opportunity to get a bigger audience in their videos and gives them an opportunity to grow on YouTube. So we're trying to really we're trying to help small creators get ahead in the algorithm a little bit by putting them and tying them together with other channels. And we've got a great lineup that goes all the way to 10:30. And every Monday night is a blast. If you type in hashtag Monday Digs, you'll see well over 2,000 videos and over 60 creators are putting into it. So pretty proud of that. I organize that every single week as well.
It's a lot of work.
Yes,
it's
definitely.
a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
If it wasn't, I wouldn't do it. If I wasn't having an absolute blast, I would just post my videos and go about my business. But I meet so many people that are awesome. And, I fell in love with a lot of different personalities, and I've learned a lot about myself and meeting new people, and I have a blast. So I'm always available. If anybody needs any help, I'm easily reachable. I will gladly take the time and do anything I can to help you.
Very good. Very, very good.
Good stuff.
Yeah, indeed. So what's next for you, Shane?
Well, what is next is got a few more weeks here. I'm going to do a collaboration hunt in Indianapolis next Saturday with a couple prospectors. We're going to go they have a special state park permission up there that they want to go try out. I'm going to do that. In October, early October, on my anniversary, we're going to go to South Carolina to Hilton Head Island. I know they got strict rules on the beach there, but I'm going to do some beach detecting for about 5 days. And then I'm going to Digstock in the fall.
That's up in New York. Yeah, I think I may try to go to Digstock in the Carolinas in the spring.
We'll probably be there too.
We got Pete coming on Treasure Talk here in another week or two to talk about it. So we'll get all the inside scoop on that. So
love it.
So Shane, how about social media? Where can people see your other things?
History_river at Twitter. Instagram is Ohio River History, and on Facebook it's just on my personal account, Shane Skirvin. Hit me up.
We definitely will do that. We know your voice is I can feel it scratching.
It's getting worse, but yeah.
I know. I feel your pain. The allergy, or it's a nightmare. So,
Jeff, thank you for having me back, though, by the way. I loved it the first time I was on here, and when I got the invitation to come back, I was excited to come back.
Well, we were very, very, very happy to have you come back. We'll get you back again to talk more about what's going on.
Anytime. I've always got something different happening.
Right.
Yes, we do. Well, Shane, thanks so much for coming on tonight. I hope your allergies get better, and good luck and happy hunting.
Liz and Jeff, thank you both. It was nice talking to you, Liz.
Good talking to you, Shane. Take care.
Okay.
Bye, guys.
All right. Bye-bye. Right on.
I feel his pain with the allergies. I know I have it all the time.
Yeah.
And you've made mention of it like on Treasure Talk, you say we take a drink. Well, you don't know what I'm drinking, number one, but that's the allergies for you,
Yeah. Well, hope it calms down for him, and he can continue his live stream next week.
Yeah, I'm sure that as he gets into the fall and the leaves start changing and all that, that's a whole new bunch to fend off. I know mine goes with the seasons, so.
Good stuff.
Well, we've got another super duper guest with us tonight, and we're doing good on time-wise for once, aren't we?
Yes, we are.
Speaking of allergies, there you go. So we had a few more people join us. Tom's River Metal Detector Pager, Beach Metal Detecting Crete.
Yes.
From Greek Islands is wonderful, wonderful person.
Danny D, the Cool Scratcher fan.
Yes, I know.
Right on, Danny D.
Yeah.
Looter 8, Frank and Tyler also in the house. Great bottle diggers.
Yes, well, you had a video with them, a collab video not too long ago.
Oh my goodness, love digging with those two. Absolutely incredible.
You got a little dirty though.
Yeah, I got a lot dirty.
But you found a cool bromo seltzer bottle.
Oh, I also found a very rare milk bottle as well.
Very cool. Very cool.
Yeah.
Well, I think, oh, Allie, I got it. You got to love her. She says, take a drink, Jeff. Okay, but I'm out of Modelo.
Oh.
So, hey, I'll be back. Let's bring on our next guest. Wonderful, wonderful fella. Oh, Jimmy Crossbones is in the house too. So our next guest is a very, very talented individual. He's got a lot going on. He is a TV star and makes killer videos. And I think you've seen him before, but you're going to see him again. If you don't know him, you're going to know him, and it's going to be to your benefit. So let's bring on our next guest. You want to bring him in, Liz?
Double G Diggs. Gary is in the house.
Yes, indeedy. Hey, Gary.
Hey, how are you guys doing?
Good. We got Ill Digger joined us too.
Oh man, I'm glad to be on again. Thanks for inviting me in.
Well, you are quite welcome. I know you got some big news.
Yes, I do. Thanks to you. I heard last year you talk about going to England, and that got me all excited and planted the seed. And so I'm all booked up for the end of next April to go up to England with Chicago Ron.
That's going to be a hoot. Ron is just an outstanding individual, and he will take care of you 100% down the line.
Oh, man.
You know, he does his research. You know, he cooks a lot of meals for his folks, and a lot of dinners. When I was there, Sal cooked breakfast every morning, and then we made our own lunch, the stuff that he provided, and then dinners were kind of on our own. But Ron likes to cook up big pots of chili and stuff like that. So, and one thing for certain, you will be hunting all day long.
Yeah.
Mama, just like Sal, we were in the fields at 7 a.m. and we weren't home till dark. We were just packing up at dark to come home. So
good stuff.
You'll get your money's worth, that's for sure.
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm all pumped up, ready to go.
It'll be good, good, good. And I think you go to a lot of the same places in that area in Essex.
Yes.
Where we went now around Colchester.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. There's more stuff down there than you can shake a stick at. You're gonna love it.
Can't wait.
And the Mumbles man who went with me says, "Don't throw anything away," and Ron will coach you on that. And you know, people say, "Oh, well, I know a piece of garbage when I see it." No, you don't, because it could be some old Roman thing that you think that's a piece of crapola, and it's not.
Yeah.
You know, so don't throw anything away. They'll look at it, tell you, and you know, and then catalog it and all that kind of good stuff. So it'll be fun. You'll like it. Now we just got to get the Canuck over there.
That's right.
Someday.
Someday. Yeah, and you'll be taking the Deus over there too, won't you, Garrett?
Yeah, I got the XP Deus too. I'll be taking that, and some rain Garrett's. They said it could be a little rainy at that time of year, but that's okay. Yeah. We'll be taking the rain, and just
that's
have
something that you'll have to deal with that more in the spring than in the fall. When we went, we had one day afternoon of rain, and it wasn't real bad. Otherwise, it was in the 70s. You know, low 60s in the morning, and then it warmed up to the 70s. So we had beautiful weather, and I hope that you do as well.
Yep, me too. Yep.
So what's been going on in Double G Digs?
Well, Double G Digs, that is my YouTube channel, and I'm 3 years into that. And I'm mostly a relic hunter. Now, I have forced myself, I guess. I really never liked going to the beach, mostly because of the traffic. I-4, just it's unbearable at times. But I've been trying to go at least once a month now to learn a little bit more about beach detecting. But I love relic hunting, and that's primarily what I do. I use these business cards. I won't go up and do a cold knock, but if I see somebody in their yard, you know, I love talking with people. I'll get out and talk to them, hand them my card. And especially it helps being, you know, from my home city when I get out. And when I tell them that, you know, I retired from the city, and we just start talking. That's a thing. As you know, Liz, being a police officer, you know, I just love getting out with people and chit-chatting, and I think that's the big thing, and make that connection. And of course, my wife also, she cuts hair, so she'll ask her clients, and I love that. There was a lady last year that said, there won't be anything in my yard. You know, we've been there a while, we've landscaped. That ended up being the best location I did last year. It was loaded with wheat pennies, silver, relics. So you never know.
Yes, exactly. Now, Gary, did you get into treasure hunting, metal detecting like later on in life, or is this something that you've been doing for quite some time?
No, like a lot of people, I had that idea of what metal detecting was, and I didn't want to go there. My wife had bought me a metal detector, and it was a bounty hunter, and it hung out in the garage probably 2 years, and I never used it. Then I bumped into a guy while I was still working, and he went metal detecting 15 years ago, and I've been hooked ever since. So I went from the bounty hunter to a White's of VX3, had that for a while. Then I switched up to the Knox, and then in April I got the XP-Days 2. So 15 years I've been metal detecting it, and I love it. I just it's good exercise. A lot of especially if you're relic hunting, you're up and down, and it's just it's a great hobby. So.
Which coil are you using on the Deus too?
Well, I got it with the 11-inch because I knew I wanted to do beach and relic. I didn't want to go with a small coil, then end up going to the beach and killing myself there. But I do want to buy the smaller. What is it? 6? The smaller coil.
9. It's 9. Yeah.
I'd like to get that. It's just so much money. I upgraded to a Anderson carbon fiber shaft, and then you pay for the headphones and this and that, and you got a pretty penny in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can get some money in. Oh.
Yeah. So I want to share with you guys. I got a little give you a little insight into something. So Liz, you do mostly relic and out in the fields, right? It's kind of what you do.
A coin and relic, I really don't have a preference. Either one. Digging holes.
Yeah, so when people go and they find these weird objects and things you can't identify, they usually throw them in a bucket. Some guys will recycle, they'll separate their trash out. So what I'd like to share with you is about 10 years ago, and I was still on the force. I was working day shift, and it was like 12 hours on, 12 off, 3 on, 3 off. I had a lot of free time. So I got all these 5-gallon buckets of, I call them whatchamacallit, stuff that you just don't, you find metal detecting, but it's really nothing that you can hang on the wall. It's just odd on. You know what I'm talking about? And I started figuring out, what can I do with these? And I started putting these items together and connecting them, and it grew and it grew. It took me 2 years and ended up making a giant, it's about 11 foot by 5 foot cross. I'm going to show you a picture of it here. And the cross is made up of all the items that I found metal detecting, with the exception of the stained glass. Now it sits in my backyard. I think Liz just disappeared on me.
Yep, she'll be back.
So can you see that, Jeff? Okay.
Oh, yeah.
So this is the cross. It sits in my backyard. And I'm sharing this with you because at Florida Hunt 8, I had the opportunity to talk to Butch, American Digger Magazine. So I wrote this up, a story, and I think they're going to hold it until next, like March or so, for like the Easter edition in that area. But they were very interested, and I just sent this in. And that is made up of thousands of, I'll hold this. Can you see that okay?
Yeah.
So you see, like, that's got a toy cap gun and brass fittings, and I'll even put some of my costume jewelry that I find, non-precious items. And then this, it took 2 years to make. This is what it looks like at night with the landscape lights on. It's just beautiful sitting out back. Yeah. So it's just something creative, something different to do. I recently just spent 2 months doing an update. There is a crown of thorns that represents, Christ. If I can get this right. This is made up of all nails with little pieces of metal.
Cool.
Of course, I had to redo this because these will deteriorate over time. But, you can see, well, you can see it took time putting those together. So I had to teach myself to weld. I used everything you could imagine. I bought a welder. It was a labor of love. So I was really proud about that. And I share that with you. So you get a little sneak peek when it comes out next year. You heard it first on Treasure Tales.
That's right. That's right. And we appreciate that. And that took a lot of work, but it's really, really cool. And it's also a conversation starter, and I think you could use that. When you try to get permission, say, well, this is what I've done with a lot of the junk that I cleaned out of people's yards. I made this art and all that kind of stuff. Would you like to donate to the next project?
Yeah. Well, I had one of my grandkids last year go up. She's probably 7 at the time, and there was a dial, the old dial from the old phones on it. Clueless as to what that was on there. It was funny. So, but it's got harmonica reeds, the Schrader valve stems, just everything you could find and throw into a bucket. I've been able to put it on that and make something out of it. It is a good conversation piece. Every time somebody comes over, they focus right in on that and take a look at it.
Yeah. We got a message from Liz. Her computer crashed. So she's working on that. So the wonderful world of computers, how that works. She's trying to get back. This
is Shane also talked about. I would like to throw this out there too. Shane was using this ONX Hunt, and I use that all the time. That is great for the amount of money. It's really not a lot, and it's just a great tool. And you can even put waypoints. The last time I went to the beach, whatever I would find, take a photograph, and you could stick it on here. And you can see what you found in the past. It's just a great piece. But for me, I can ride around. If I see a vacant lot, I can pull it up and see if the city owns it, the state. That I have somebody's name on there, then I can look it up and get a phone number, and just a great tool to use.
Well, that's cool. Now, I've never used anything like that. Speaking of the beach, in a couple of weeks, the 17th through the 24th, I'm going to be down on Treasure Island. We're going to be hunting. So if you got nothing going on, come over and join the hunt.
Yeah, that's a great beach. I love Treasure Island. That's areas I usually go to. St. Pete, Treasure Island, Sunset Beach. Yeah.
Yep, that's the whole area we'll be at. And we may go, to a couple other places. We may go to Clearwater one day. I'm not sure, but there's enough beach down there. Take us for a week. We'll go, north and then south again. So if you got nothing going on, just, shoot me a text or shoot me a message, and I'll let you know where we're going to be.
Absolutely. I'll shoot you a text.
So Phil will be down there at the same time. We'll be hunting. Another good friend of mine, Ricky Tumbleson, is going to be on vacation that same week. So we'll be hunting a lot together that week. And other people that care to join us, come on down and let's get some hunting time in. And Maria Reese wanted to know, what was the name of that app again, Gary, please?
It's ONX Hunt. You'll see the little, I'm just going to try it on my phone so they'll see the app, what to look for. This little, I ain't going to show up. ONX Hunt.
So that's in the App Store then, right?
Yeah. Let's see, that little with the X, the little red X there. It's going to look just like that little box.
Okay.
Red X.
ONX Hunt.
Yeah, it's really good. As an example, a couple of weeks ago, I went to a city, saw an old house. It was abandoned, pretty big lot, and I was able to look up, get the owner's name, go online, Google it, and then got a phone number and got permission to search that property. So. It's a great tool to use.
Well, it'd be good too, especially, if you're out cruising a town
Mm-hmm.
and you see a spot and say, I need to research that, bang, you can put a mark in it, and that way you'll be able to find it again,
Yeah.
you know, when you go back. So that'd
Yep.
be good. That'd be
Here's
really good.
yeah, let me show you an unusual find too. This is like 3 years ago. I've never seen anybody else that has found one, but it's 2 inches long. This little thing right here. And I was metal detecting and found this. And when this pencil, boy, it's so hard to do backwards. When this pencil goes inside here.
Oh,
So
we
when I
do.
pulled on it, I thought it had somebody's ashes in it. I thought because it looked like it hung around your neck. When I pulled it, it come apart, and it ended up being a pencil from 1922, Cincinnati, Ohio.
How
It
we
was a
done?
gift, sterling silver. Yeah, it's stamped as well. Just a weird looking, but those were very common back during that time. They'd hang it off their purse, keychain, whatever, and they always had a pencil with them. But I thought that was really unusual, just a different find. And then, I know you've been digging before, and you've got to tell yourself, when do you give up, right? I mean, sometimes you just dig and dig and dig. A year or so ago, I was with a buddy of mine, an old dried up lake bed, and we were digging and got the rim of something and kept digging. 45 minutes later, it was a wagon wheel, but we dug our guts out. So
Yeah, I've had that.
yeah,
Sometimes it just gets down and you say, you know what? I ain't digging no more. Especially
Right.
when you're hunting in the water, you'll put 10 or 15 big scoops on it.
Mm-hmm.
It's still either it's way deep and it's probably a can, or it's a floater, which is like a pull tab or something like that that keeps floating and moving on you.
Right. Yes.
Yeah.
Sunglasses will float around or whatever.
Yep, yep. And so sometimes you can dig and dig and dig and dig and dig and still not get there. But going back to one thing that you said with the Deus 2, you wanted the 11-inch coil. That 9-inch coil, you're not going to lose much with that. You're not going to lose any depth at all, I don't think.
I was just thinking of more coverage when I got it. I had the option, so I went with the 11 inches because I knew I was going to start going to the beach more. But I hope they come out with an elliptical. That would be nice. But I don't know.
They might, because the 9x5 elliptical HF coil they had for the Deus 1 was a really nice coil.
Mhm.
And they may indeed do that. I know they're coming with a 13-inch coil for the Deus 2.
Man.
Yeah, that's possibly going to make it a little nose heavy.
And I'll tell you one thing I haven't even used it yet, but I just saw JJ James, YouTuber. He's got the XP Deus, and he hangs the RC off his belt.
Yeah.
So I was thinking, maybe I should start doing that and just try to get used to it. So when I go to England, that's 12 hours of walking, like you said. That's a little bit more weight I could take off of the detector if it's my cup of tea. I may not like it, but I may give that a try. Something different.
Well, you might want to try it, but the only thing with that, when you're in England, you're going to be kneeling, you're going to be digging enough stuff where that little amount of weight on the Deus 2 is not going to make a difference.
Okay.
You'll be digging plenty of targets, and you'll want to if you are a user of the XY screen.
Yes.
Because if you put it on your belt, you're still going to be having to go like this and look at it.
That's true. Yeah.
I don't. He does that on the beach, and I can see that on the beach. Because I don't really use the screen at all when I'm in the water because the detector's underwater. It's strictly tone hunting. Most of the beach is, but I think you'd find in England when you're relic hunting, you really do need to be able to see the screen, and it's not that the Deus is so light and well balanced, you're not going to have a problem at all. Because I know I'm a lot older than you are, and I didn't really have a problem getting too tired from swinging
Well,
that.
yeah.
Sure.
I'm walking every day now, trying to build up my stamina and just to be prepared, make a great experience of it.
Yeah, you're going to find if you get the only thing you might find is you may get tired, especially in the spring if it's real rainy in the fields, slogging
Right.
through the mud.
Yeah.
You know, the mud on your shoes and this and that and the other thing. But it's going to be a great time.
Mhm.
You won't get too, when you get tired, you know what we did? The Mumbles man and I, if we got a little tired, we went over and sat on the fence, the hedgerow underneath the shade and laid back and took a nap, you
Mm.
know. So it's really not a problem. I don't think you have, much to do. Like Mumbles man just commented, do a lot of squats. Well, I do CrossFit every day. We're doing a lot of squats. So, just walking and getting in shape, you're going to have a blast.
Oh yeah, you just never know. I mean, you're one find away from a gold coin or button or something over there. I mean, it happens all
Oh,
the
yeah. Well, buttons, you're going to find a ton of buttons.
time. Mhm.
I think we found Danny Graham was with us and the Mumbles man and me and, a couple other people. We probably found, I would say, 400 or 500 buttons.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, there's buttons all over the place. Not all of them are real. I mean, a lot of them are real old.
Yeah.
What you'll find over there is you'll be digging a coin from the 1600s, and that's not that old to them.
Hmm.
It's just not that old to them.
Yeah.
When you get into the 1300s and 1400s, that's it's very, very possible, to to find that, and you'll be hunting a lot of the fields probably before they plant just after they maybe till it up to get ready to plant. You'll have a couple 2-3 weeks window that they'll let you on the fields, so you just never know. I mean, there could be a gold coin turn up just like that. Boom, it's there, and it may only be 2 inches deep. So
Right.
I don't think you're going to find that the targets that you're digging to China for them.
Hmm.
They're most of the time they're just not that deep. Now, another recommendation that I could give you, what I would do is I would get a hold of Casey at Excalibur Shovels and get myself a Merlin.
Yeah, I got one. Yeah, I do have one. Yes.
Take your shovel, because that's the problem that we had when we were over there, is the shovels weren't great. So take your shovel,
Yeah.
and that Merlin will fit right in your suitcase. Boom, there you go.
Well, I know I may have to get one that breaks down. The new one he's got where
The Merlin, yeah, that's the two-piece.
the two part. Okay, no,
Yeah.
I got the Cirque. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I've got the Cirque as well, but I would recommend that you get the Merlin.
Okay.
Because you will be happy that you did.
Okay.
Right. Because they do a good job with putting shovels together and stuff like that, but they're not great shovels. And that can be hard on you too, because if you get a little bitty shovel, then you're always leaning over and this and that and the other thing. So
Okay. Good point.
definitely, I would look at that. So what's next for Double G Digs?
Next for Double G Digs, more beach detecting. I gotta like to get keep an eye on Vero Beach. Get like Jimmy, maybe find something, man. But it's pointless of going over there unless there's a storm or something that's washed out the sand. And I've been there and just walked 2 miles and come back and get 1 penny.
Yep. It's very, very, and they're doing so much replenishing over there.
Yeah.
It's just very, very heavily sanded in. So hopefully, we get some good weather. I don't know. I haven't heard if there's any storms out there.
No.
So
I want to do that, and then I want to focus on maybe go up to Virginia or North Carolina, another guided tour, Civil War type field or something of that nature, and just, try to get out and experience a little bit more outside of our area here.
Yeah, that's what we're kind of looking at. Mumbles Man and I have been talking about, putting together a hunt sometime, going someplace to hunt. So we're working on that. So
Yeah.
Gary, thanks so much for joining us tonight.
I'm
And
sorry, Liz's computer crashed.
Yep. Yeah. Well, it happens. I'm surprised mine didn't.
Yeah.
But we look forward to seeing you, and give me a call and let's get together when I'm down there and do some hunting.
Yeah. And I'll pick your brain a little bit more about England. I appreciate it.
All righty, man. Thanks
All
for
right.
joining
Thank
us.
you. Thanks, guys. All
Take
right.
care.
Sir.
Bye bye.
Mhm.
Well, I'm sorry Liz's computer crashed tonight. It does happen. My internet is really terrible, and fortunately, I didn't lose. Sometimes it drags a little bit, but my computer didn't crash. So that is a bonus for tonight. So I want to thank our guests, Shane Skirvin and Gary from Double G Digs. They were fantastic guests, very, very accomplished treasure hunters. If you haven't subscribed to their YouTube channels, be sure that you get over there and do that. And also, if you would like to be on Treasure Tales, and you can see the format that we use, it's kind of like sitting in the living room having a chat about your metal detecting, treasure hunting, whatever kind of treasure hunter you are. As we have said and will continue to say, it's not about what you find, it's your journey. Because we here at Treasure Tales say this, the treasure stories, there's a million of them out there. All of them are valuable, all of them are unique, and all of them need to be heard. And we want you to come on Treasure Tales and let's introduce you to the world and tell them your treasure story. So thank you very much. Next week, there will not be a Treasure Tales on Thursday night because Phil, the Guru, and myself, we're going to be on Adventures in Dirt podcast on Thursday night. So can't do both. So hopefully you'll tune in to the Adventures in Dirt Relic Roundup podcast, and Phil and I will be the guests, and then we'll see you again the week after that. So everybody, happy hunting, dig deeper, and thank you so much for watching.